Up to your left. Oh, you got some.
Wiping the floor with them. You've got 10 kills remaining.
Kill my kill.
You got 5 kills remaining.
What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Nothing But Skills, and today I'm bringing you another Division video. I hope you guys are enjoying Division Update 1.8 as much as I am. So far, I'm loving the new update. I'm trying to play as much as I can of the update. I've been playing some Resistance, playing some Underground, playing the new DZ with the Rogue 2.0 system, and just tweaking each and every one of my builds. And so far, I've been coming up with a couple builds that I really like, and a couple that I kind of scratched off and I'm not using anymore. So today's build video is going to be talking to you guys about what I consider one of the best PvP guns in the game. And if you guys don't know what gun that is, we'll get to it in just a second. Before we talk about that, I just want to say thank you guys for everybody who's been supporting my channel. Thank you for everybody who's been hitting the likes, commenting down below. And if you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're watching a video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you guys enjoy this video, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. And if you have any questions, as always, use the comment section down below and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. So let's get into the video, guys. So of course, the gun I'm talking about is the big Alejandro. This weapon is a beast. It's probably the best LMG in the game right now. And the reason why is because of the RPM of 1000. The base damage is okay. Mine's at 17.4K. With my firearms of 6,589, I should be able to get my base damage up to around 17.8K, and that would be maxed out. The damage to target out of covers is maxed out at 22%. The talents I have rolled are Adept, Unforgiving, and Cover Shooter, which is the main talent that comes with the big Alejandro, and that's why this weapon is so good. And what is Cover Shooter? So let's talk about it. Every bullet fired at an enemy from cover increases weapon damage by 0.5%, and that goes up to 50%. The bonus lasts 10 seconds. Getting a kill with this weapon while in cover resets duration. The bonus damage is cancelled by reloading, swapping weapons, or exiting combat. So you can see how effective this talent is if you can get into cover, get the stack of 50%, kill the target, and then it resets the 10-second timer. My big Alejandro came with Unforgiving and another talent. I decided to roll Adept on here. And what Adept does is it using a skill increases your critical hit chance by 7.5% for 15 seconds. I've been testing out Adept on this gun for a while because I am trying to stack as much critical hit chance as I can on this weapon, but I think I'm going to re-roll it to Competent and see how I like the extra 10% damage. Unforgiving is pretty good, it's situational, but in PvP, no real big heal. I feel like I am fighting under one segment most of the time, so I'm getting that extra 10% damage that you get from when you're missing one segment of health. And then, of course, if I ever go to 2 missing segments, I get the extra 25% damage. So the mods I'm running, the optics, I'm running 7% critical hit chance, 4% critical hit damage, 5.5 headshot damage. For the suppressor, I'm running 18% critical hit damage, 3% critical hit chance, and 6% headshot damage. And then for the extending mag, I'm running magazine size, critical hit chance, critical hit damage. You could put rate of fire on here, but I felt that stacking the extra 4% critical hit damage was better than stacking rate of fire when I'm already getting 1000 RPM. And then of course, when I hit Berserker with my Lone Star build, it's gonna give me an extra 300 RPM, but we'll talk about that in a second. For the secondary weapon, I'm running a tactical SASG, 116k damage. The RPM is 180. The stagger is 317%. And remember, stagger only works on NPCs now. It doesn't work in PvP. The talents I'm running are responsive, competent, and unforgiving. And then the mods I'm running are magazine size, critical hit chance, rate of fire, a pro red dot sight with critical hit damage, headshot damage, and critical hit chance, and then an underbarrel with optimal range, critical hit damage, and stability. And the reason why I like running an underbarrel with optimal range on a shotgun, it helps your bullets hit targets that are longer distances, so that way if someone's running away, you can still kind of finish them off. So let's get into the build that I'm running with the Big Alejandro, and I feel that the Big Alejandro with this build makes this build really good. So one thing you're going to notice is my primary firepower is 283,000. That's firearms of 6,589. My toughness is around 417,000. That's stamina of 5,335. And my skill power is 135,000. And that's electronics of 4,087. So what does the Lone Star 6-piece do? Let's get into that. For set 2 bonus, you get the 100% ammo capacity. Set bonus 3, you get 8% LMG damage and 8% shotgun damage. That's why I feel like the Lone Star set is great for running with shotguns and LMGs. Set bonus for a Lone Star, when the weapon is holstered, it is instantly reloaded. That's why you don't have to worry about having any kind of reload attachments on your weapon or on your gear, because if you do run out of bullets, just holster your weapon and then switch back to it. Set bonus 5, extra 50% ammo capacity, plus 12% LMG damage, and plus 12% shotgun damage. So that's a total of extra 20% LMG damage and plus 20% shotgun damage, which is really good. And that's why I tell you this build runs the best with the LMG or shotgun. For set bonus 6, which I love, it's called Berserker. When a weapon has 50% of its magazine remaining in combat, there's a 75% chance to receive a bonus that activates when the final bullet is fired from the current magazine. Once activated, the magazine is instantly refilled. Weapon damage and fire rate is increased by 30%. The bonus is canceled by reloading, swapping weapons, or exiting combat. Now that's an extra 30% RPM, so that's going to be a 1300 RPM that you'll be hitting when you have Berserker activated, and then you get an extra 30% weapon damage. So if we already have 20% LMG damage, we're going to get 50% LMG damage when Berserker is activated. That's why when Berserker goes off with the Big Alejandro, it's going to just melt. So let's talk about the rolls that I have on my gear. For this chest piece, I'm rolled stamina. It has health, skill haste, and ammo capacity. The mods are firearm mods with skill haste. For the mask, it's rolled stamina. It has critical hit chance and damage to elite. I really recommend stacking as much critical hit chance as you can on this LMG build, so the 4% critical hit chance is really key. For the mods, I'm running firearm mods with skill haste. For the knee pads, they're rolled firearms. They have major attribute of skill power, minor attribute of burn resistance, damage to elites, and blind death resistance. Now, if you really want to stack as much critical hit damage as possible, you could re-roll the skill power for critical hit damage. I just wanted just a little bit bigger heal, so that way I have some kind of survivability. So for the holster, it's roll critical hit chance. And as before I told you, I'm trying to stack as much critical hit chance on this LMG build, so that way I'm putting out as much damage as possible on this Big Alejandro, and that way I can put out as much damage in PvP. For the gloves, they're rolled skill haste, LMG damage, and critical hit chance. If you really want to put out as much damage as possible, you can re-roll the skill haste and put critical hit damage on here. For the backpack, it's rolled electronics, major attribute is critical hit damage, minor attribute is burn resistance. The mods I'm running are firearm mods with skill haste and performance mods with 6% first aid self-heal. So let's look into the character. So you're going to see on the Big Alejandro, I'm running 27% crit chance, and I also get the 7.5% critical hit chance every time I use a skill with Adept. Critical hit damage is 60%, headshot damage is 112%. My skill haste is 33%, and my armor mitigation is 31.34%. Now, if I was to fully optimize this armor, I would get up to the max armor mitigation, but right now I'm just trying to save as much division tech as possible, but 31% isn't too bad. For my skills, I'm running Concealer. That gives me an extra 12% critical hit chance and an extra 12% critical hit damage. It comes back every 31 seconds. For my heal, since I'm not running a lot of skill power, I'm running an Overdose that heals me for 136,000, and it comes back every 34 seconds. Depending on the group I'm running with, I'll either run Recovery Link, Tac Link, or Survivor Link. For the talents, I'm running Triage, heal an ally with a skill to reduce skill cooldowns by 15%, Critical Save, use a medkit during low health to increase your damage resistance by 20% for 10 seconds, Strike Back, reach low health to reduce active skill cooldowns by 20%, and Steady Hands, enter any cover to reduce recoil by 25% for 10 seconds. Now this is great to run with the Big Alejandro because you know the main talent on the Big Alejandro is you have to get into cover to activate it. Honestly, I think the Big Alejandro has to be one of the best PvP guns to use in the game. I know a lot of people are hooked on the house, and I believe that is probably the best PvP gun at this time, but I believe when more people get the Big Alejandro and more people start building around it, this gun's going to be more effective, and in the right group setting, you can just dominate a game. Thank you for all the comments you guys put in the comment section telling me that I'm doing a great job, asking me questions, keeping this channel really active. Without you guys, this wouldn't even be possible. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're watching a video, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. And if you have any questions after watching this video, use the comment section down below. I'm gonna get back to grinding. I really need to get that house so I can kind of test it out with the big Alejandro and see which one I really like better, and then really give you an in-depth breakdown of which PvP gun is better for PvP. As soon as I get the house, I'll start doing my magic and try to bring you guys the best video I can. I just want to say thank you guys again. If you don't see me in the dark zone, if you don't see me in skirmish, if you don't see me in last stand, it's only a matter of time. Nothing but skills is out.